5 reasons you should not buy the 2020 27-inch iMac. Let's go. Alright, so if you watched my channel before, you know that I made a video on 5 reasons why you actually should buy the 2020 27-inch. Definitely check that out. I'm going to have a link to that in the description. You want to be able to weigh both options, so I'm going to cover why you shouldn't in this video, 5 reasons. But in the other video, I had 5 reasons why you actually should buy it. And definitely watch that if you're going to make a decision on this video. I don't want to weigh you one way or the other. I'm just trying to give you kind of arguments on both sides. So without further ado, let's get into it. I'm just going to go through 5 simple reasons why you maybe shouldn't buy it. And again, check out the reasons why you should, and then you can make your determination after that. So that's what this channel is all about. So we want to be fair on both sides and just kind of present the facts and let people make their own decisions based on what's right for them. You're the kind of person that has regrets. So let me explain this. So if you're the kind of person that as soon as you buy this, you're going to have regrets for it because you're going to think the next one's going to be better or newer or have a different design, you're probably going to be semi-right with that. And if the design's a huge thing and stuff. So if you have regrets, if you're going to buy it and have a regret right away just because you weren't waiting, some people aren't like that. Some people buy it, they use it, and then they forget about the new version coming out later and they use their systems. But if you're somebody that's going to just be constantly waiting for that new system to come out and you're going to regret your old purchase and then you're going to end up selling it anyway, maybe for losing some money, then buying the new one, then don't buy this yet. I think 3 or 4 months we're going to know a lot more, if not sooner. At that point, maybe you can make a better decision on what you want to buy there. So if you're that kind of person, hold off on the 2020 27-inch iMac and let's see what's happening. If you have any regrets. You really hate the current design. So let me explain this. So if you're the kind of person that hates the way that these things look right now, and you just can't get over it because of the bezels are too big and everything else, they've been the same design for 8 years, 9 years, or what have you, then I say don't buy the 2020 27-inch because we know for a fact, at least 99%, that the new one's going to have a new design. It's probably going to have smaller bezels. Obviously, there's a reason why you'd buy this one. Check out the other video that I made. But for the reason I'm stating here, if you hate this design and you have to live with it for maybe 5 or 6 years, then this one isn't for you. Just wait and hold off and don't buy it right now. Wait for the new one and you can weigh your options at that point. And if it doesn't change the design, then you may have waited for no reason. But I think if you just absolutely hate this, don't buy it. All right, so you don't actually need a computer right now for either work or school. So if you're actually, let's say you have a computer, but you're kind of, you want to buy an iMac, you're looking into it, but you don't really need it. You don't have to get work done or school work done, or you're not a video producer or music producer. Obviously don't buy it because then you want to wait for the new one to see what's available, see what happens with Apple Silicon stuff, to that nature. If you're somebody that actually needs it, then you want to buy it. But if you're somebody that's just kind of holding out, you're just kind of curious, or you have other computers right now that you can use in the meantime, then maybe don't buy this yet until we at least get a little bit more news on the new one coming out. That's probably the best strategy here. Again, I always say, if you need it for work, obviously, and you're losing money, it's a great deal, a 2020 iMac. It's an incredible deal because you can replace the RAM, you can do a whole bunch of stuff with it. So if you need it for work, buy it. You don't care about the design. If you need it for school, really, you don't care too much about the design either. If you want it just because, you want the newest and greatest, then you want to hold off. So I say, if that's one of the reasons why I just said, if it's not for school or work, maybe hold off a little longer to see what comes out as far as information. So another reason that you don't want to buy the 2020 is if RAM is not super important to you. Let me explain. So if you're a user that needs like 64 gigs, 128 gigs of RAM, one of those high RAM users, then this is actually, the 2020 is a great option because you can actually upgrade the RAM yourself and save thousands of dollars. Check out my other video. But if you're someone in the range of you only need 8 gigs or 16 gigs of RAM or something and you don't do like a ton of video editing and stuff, then maybe wait. Then maybe this, that isn't for you. The reason a lot of people buy this is because I think it's going to be the last one that actually allows you to change the RAM out. And that's a huge factor when you can save $1,000 or $2,000 on, sometimes it's almost the same cost as the machine itself, upgrading the RAM. So if you're up there where you're a huge user of RAM, this one's the one. But if you're not, then I say wait. This one may not be for you. That's the main advantage, I think, of this one. If you can wait and you don't need a lot of RAM, wait for the new one and then maybe just hold off, or at least on news and stuff, and you can see what's coming out. It's going to make you feel a little bit better at the end of the day. All right, and then the final reason that I came up with why you should not maybe buy this one is if you actually think that the Apple Silicon transition is going to go very smoothly. So let's just assume that Apple goes ahead and comes out with a couple different like MacBooks and things, and then the iMac, and everything goes really smoothly where you feel confident that you want to buy it. If you think that everything's going to go smoothly, then you probably want to wait, because then everything's going to be on Apple Silicon, and the Intel chips obviously are going to get phased out between 5 and 6 years from now. So, if you feel confident, though, wait, because then you can go ahead and buy into the Apple Silicon, new Macs, have no problems in the first year. Everything will be, perfect for you. So that's what I say. But if you think that there could be some potential pitfalls and stuff like that, then you may want to look at this model. But again, if you're one that doesn't think so, you think Apple's going to, have everything smoothed out in the very beginning, because this iMac might take another, 8 months or so to come out, maybe a year even. And if things don't go smoothly, that means that, maybe you might have kicked yourself for not getting this. So, but if you do think it's going to go very smoothly for Apple and very smoothly on the new Silicon, then go ahead and, wait it out. Don't buy this one, and then we'll see what happens. And again, before you make any decisions, check my video out again on why you should buy it, and you definitely go to the Apple website right here. You can see it. Go in here and take a look at it. Obviously the design's not too bad. It just is getting a little old. It still looks pretty good. But when you come in here and you look at some of the pricing, I mean, you can get this 27-inch starting at $17.99, and a lot of times that's going to be discounted. So I would say this is going to be somewhere like around $16.99 in a lot of cases. So keep that, when you're making your determination. I don't know what the new price is going to be if you wait. And so you're $16.99 for a 27-inch 5 screen is not a bad deal. But again, it's all depends what you're up to right now and if you really need it or not. So go ahead and let us know what you think in the comments. All right, thanks for watching. And I know there's a bunch of other ones. People, already told me about some stuff like, the Apple Silicon might be a lot faster. So if you need speed in your CPU, maybe wait, stuff like that. I mean, I just wanted to kind of go through some basic stuff just to get people thinking of what you really want to think about. At the end of the day, I mean, everyone needs a computer, and the computers do very similar stuff. So there's going to be very incremental changes. With this year, though, with Apple obviously going to Apple Silicon, it's going to be able to run iOS type apps and things. So there's going to be a little bit more, I guess, a little bit more of a change. And that's where the weighing factor comes in. Usually these videos are okay to make, but this is more important this year just because of the fact that they are making that step. Now granted, go ahead and watch my other video again, because in that I also explain why you may want to buy it, because of the fact that things could go pretty sour for them in the first little while, at least while they get things ironed out. So I'm kind of a true believer in never buy the first car, never buy the first of anything. The models always have to get a little bit ironed out and stuff. So it comes down to time, budget, what you want to use it for, if you need all this RAM or not in these systems. So make your determination off of that. Don't worry about what other people are saying. Don't second guess yourself. If you have regret, don't buy, because you're just going to regret it for the rest, for like, a couple years or whatever, as long as you use the machine. So but at the end of the day, you know better than anyone else where you are and where your position is. So what I always say is make the best decision for you. And if you guys can help support my channel, I make videos on, I'm going to try to do a little bit more PC stuff. I've been kind of neglecting that, but I do a lot of Mac stuff. 2 speakers, hard drives, I just hit my elbow, my keyboards, you name it, everything else in between. So just help my channel out by subscribing. That can really do it. Sharing my channel, clicking the like button and stuff. Hopefully not the dislike. If you don't like it, that's fine, but I don't make much money at this. I just kind of do it out of my own, just trying to help people. So anyways, at the end of the day, I hope you guys are okay. Stay safe out there. Talk to you soon. Peace.